What is the boy doing? He's moving ammo to the soldiers. Your name is Sergey, was the smallest housekeeper in Russian history. This year just turned 6 years old, so, by the way, making a child just 6 years old go to the battlefield. Time to go back a few days ago. Sergey was crying in a forest. You always call your mother. The boy has just lost a loved one. The German army destroyed the village he lived in. The pain of losing a loved one. Sometimes it is difficult for adults to overcome, let alone a baby. Sergey went to the bank of the stream with a hungry stomach. Just drink a few water. Suddenly, a sound resounded. Sergey hid in a tree. Should not be discovered by the German army, but when he raised his head, then you see the snake again. Sergey quickly covered his mouth. Boy, do not dare to breathe hard. Wait for the German army to leave. He just ran out to find some leftover food. He continued walking towards the jungle. This escape journey, teaching Sergey what resilience is. You are no longer a baby. Whenever you are in danger, call your mother, but you have learned to deal with it. Tired and hungry, Sergey fell asleep on the ground. It wasn't long before some Russian spies spotted him. The soldier's name is Andrei. Has brought the boy to the military. Awake. Sergey is very scared. The commander repeatedly used his words to comfort him. When asked about the boy's parents, the boy's tears fell down again. The barracks will be under attack by German troops at any moment. For safety, they took Serge to a relief station not far away. Kathy, a nurse dedicated to caring for the boy, his lovely innocence, bring cheerful laughter to stop wounded soldiers. The commander also regularly visits him. While I talk, Sergey will be very interested in the commander's gun. The boy said, with weapons, we are not afraid of the enemy anymore. Not long after, we will defeat the enemy. Then Kathia looked for the commander that said, this boy is very cute. Or should we keep the boy? The commander was immediately serious. Children don't belong here. No two belong to this place. Andrei and the soldier also visited Sergey regularly. The boy always brings joy to them. No one expected that. The kid they picked up is now a pampered person on the team. Even the soldiers also arise feelings. Because they both have children. Seeing the boy will feel warm inside. Everyone is also fighting for people like the boy. Someone began to advise the commander to return the boy. We can take care of the boy. That day, Sergey's wound was completely healed. You have to go. The commander gave Sergey a gun made by his own hands. What is it name? The two people looked at each other. I wait for you. I'm afraid you will die. This statement is like being stuck in the commander's heart. He was shaken. He asked if he would. Sergey. Do you want to be his son? Okay, then try it. Finally, Sergey has a father. The tailor in the barracks made him a little boy a piece of equipment. The next day when I woke up, Sergey picked up the equipment on the table. The boy is extremely happy. And the moment of wearing the military outfit, he has become a soldier. But all of a sudden, German military planes bombed the barracks. The boy hid in a hole. Lucky to keep my life. But many soldiers were injured. You want to find Dad? Go ask everywhere. Why are you shooting? The war will end soon. They won't know the commander, right? A military doctor took hold of him, told him not to mess with it, at the same time try to let the boy help. The boy understood the devastation of war, only when everyone tries together to win. He started to give water to the wounded soldiers. An old man injured his eye. Get out the letter from the family. Let Sergey read it for you. He looked left, looked right but didn't understand. Because I don't want the old man to hurt. He had to invent the content of the letter himself to comfort him. For not letting the wounded soldiers be sad. He took the initiative to sing for them. Going through many things, Sergey has grown up gradually. Maybe, the only thing you can do, is to make people happy. He studied according to the appearance of an adult. Also create a beard. How baby is this? I'm a soldier, said Sergey. Then he went to the campers to ask his father so that he could become a guard. That can help people more. The commander gives you a mission. That is to send new mail to be sent. Sergey quickly ran back to the car to receive the mail. Then he went to distribute it to the other soldiers. The soldiers also dance with the boy. Sergey continued to deliver letters. When we call a soldier, but we still cannot see him. The old soldier hugged him in his arms and told him, that soldier is dead. The colors of the two of them turned pale in an instant. Sergey lifted his hat. He left sadly. On the way back, He again studied in the form of a scout looking everywhere. Unexpectedly he saw a pair of shoes hidden in the grass through the telescope. Those shoes are still moving. The boy felt something strange. Immediately ran back to the barracks. Report the situation to Uncle Andrei. After listening, they don't seem to believe it, or see how. They go to the grass. Follow the instructions of Sergei. Indeed there were 2 German scouts hiding in it. After a while fighting, they have captured them alive. This time, Sergei had a great achievement. You guys are extremely humble, you never mentioned this to your father. He thought this was the responsibility of a soldier. Not long after, the German army launched an attack on the barracks. The German army attacked massively and continuously. The battlefield situation was extremely fierce, but Sergei was not afraid. He kept firing for the soldiers. The old soldier blamed him, "This is not where children go." Sergei left the battlefield. At the same time, the phone lines in the battlefield were blown off. Sergei stood to one side and heard the conversation, then run out alone. He traced the phone line, seeing a soldier wired up, hit by a bomb and injured. So he ran out of the trench. Crawl forward. He walked to the side of the soldier. Question: how do I connect the phone cord? Then he held the rope in the soldier's hand. Quickly hid into a pit. At the same time found the remaining rope. He tried to join them together. Of course the signal was restored. The situation on the battlefield quickly turned around. Sergei once again made great merits. After the war ended, the Russians moved to camp in the rear. The commander mentioned Sergei in front of the Baron. His outstanding performance made the commander extremely proud, then arranged him to check the equipment and supplies of the soldiers. Yes, sir. Sergei went to the military zone and was greeted enthusiastically. The soldiers played with him. Someone even took chocolate for you. But Sergei doesn't consider himself a child. At the same time show a serious attitude. Obey the command. All members gathered. The soldiers stood up and gathered. If anyone's shoes are torn, take a step forward, then test them one by one. He asked a soldier to make a list to give to the Baron. The commander in his heart is very happy. This kid, normally I don't dare to ask for so many materials. That night, the enemy aircraft suddenly attacked. The commander was crushed by the log. Sergei used all his strength, and didn't make it move. He rushed to call for help. That's why I can recruit my father. Look at my father lying on the hospital bed. In his eye cavity, tears are starting to stop. The commander said, the soldier must not shed tears. After that, Sergei received a medal. In the end, he also became a soldier, served for the military. The last scene of the movie, Sergei followed the army and marched to a distant place. This is a movie based on real characters. It's original as Russia's youngest hero of legend. Expressions of tree stacking on the battlefield. Also considered as luck. He brought warmth to the soldiers who were struggling in the cold battlefield. In addition, there are spiritual cheers as well. War can be seen as cruel. A lot of people commented that such a lovely baby really should not appear on the battlefield. The whole scene impressed me the most in the movie, shouting Kathia's words to her commander. No two belong to this place. That's right, who belongs to this place? Watch the war to protect the country. There are many orphans who have lost their parents. They were adopted by the Russian army. At the same time become a member of the military. They have a uniform name in the military. That is the son of the captain. Warriors participating in the Russian war. Anyone who didn't start as a baby.